I feel like the focus is starting to shift off of me. Maybe in editing you'll fix it.
My question is for Meghan. Meghan, besides holder of briefcase 24 on Deal or No Deal, what do you think your most impactful role was?
Hey, thanks for having us on the show.
It's so awesome to be here. It's great.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. I kind of took you out of your natural habitat. I'm surprised you're still breathing.
Yes, that's right, friend. You see, my wife and I
I was totally like, you should write a book because your family's like stupid and then so are like journalists.
You really need to stop thinking in terms of palaces. We have to get jobs. I have to start auditioning again.
Oh yes, you were on the very famous show Suits. More popular in the States than even Friends, you told us.
Okay, so South Park went after Meghan Markle again, and this time they didn't play nice. They made fun of how she acts, how she talks, and even how she left the royals. It was wild, but also felt kind of real, like, is this a joke or real life? And just when it got funny, they hit her even harder. And it wasn't just for laughs, it felt like they really wanted to say something big.
We want privacy! We want privacy!
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. I kind of took you out of your natural habitat. I'm surprised you're still breathing.
Okay, listen, South Park attacked Meghan for always acting perfect and making everything look staged, from her photos to interviews, and then they tore her public tour apart, leaving everyone stunned. South Park brought back Meghan and Harry's We Want Privacy tour, and it was even more savage. They showed them yelling for privacy while chasing fame. Meghan looked like she wanted attention, not peace, and the whole thing felt like a show to control how they're seen, not to stay hidden. And then came the big question, are they victims or just loving the spotlight? And the answer felt kinda clear.
It has been several months now since our beloved queen has died. All Canadians are finding it hard to go on. All Canadians, that is, except for our first guest, the prince and his wife.
It's so nice to have you back in London, Meghan. I've missed our little lunches.
We've never had lunch together, Kate.
Well, we must continue the tradition.
You won't believe what they did next. South Park went straight for that Netflix show Meghan and Harry made, the one that was supposed to be all deep and real, but they showed it like a cheesy movie with slow scenes, fake tears, and drama that felt totally planned. It looked more like acting than truth, and instead of helping her image, it made things worse. Then came the real shocker, and this one hit her main purpose hard.
Hi, I'm Meghan Markle.
And I'm Harry. Harry.
And we're royally screwed. Andy, you gotta be kidding me. I've brought plenty of conflict to the show.
I'm sorry, Meghan. It's just not working out. All you talked about all season was your line of ketchup.
So then South Park took aim at her activism, and it was brutal. They made it look like she only helps causes when cameras are on, like it's more for show than for real change, turning charity into fancy photo shoots and perfect quotes. They made her look like she's chasing praise, not helping people, and just when you think that was it, they dropped one last twist that hurt the most.
So let me start with you, Sam. You've lived a life with the royal family, you've had everything handed to you, but you say your life has been hard, and now you've written all about it in your new book, Where?
I'm sorry, I'm just really stressed. We're completely out of money.
Maybe it's time we dip into your fortune from Suits.
There is no fortune from Suits.
Imagine this: South Park goes in hard on Meghan and Harry, clinging to their royal titles while dragging the royal family at the same time. They show her wanting to be called Duchess while also hating the crown, and it's so awkward but also so real. They made fun of how they use those titles for fame and money, even though they act like they're over it with fake products and non-stop title drops, and the whole thing just makes their so-called independent image fall apart. And right after that, they take her newest business move and turn it into a total joke.
Hey, thanks for having us on the show.
It's so awesome to be here. It's great.
I don't know what to do. How are we gonna pay for school for Archie?
I have to tell you, I never realized so many things cost money. Like this chicken. I bet you had to pay for it.
So guess what? South Park didn't hold back when it came to Meghan's new business idea. They made it look like she's trying to sell super expensive jam and random stuff with cheesy girl power vibes, pretending to be all real and relatable, but living like a queen. They showed people totally confused, like, is this food or a speech? And everything about it looked fake and fancy, not honest and real. The whole thing felt like a brand made to impress, not to help. And just when it couldn't get more awkward, they switched focus to Harry, and it went downhill fast.
She hates to eat.
You need to knock it off, and you're hitting everyone with that table.
And please stop sending me samples.
I hear you, Andy. I'll amp it up. I'll smash a wine glass. I'll tell Kyle she has Munchausen syndrome. I'll accuse Dorit of doing coke.
So just when it felt done, South Park flipped to Harry but made it clear Meghan's running the show. They showed him as lost and quiet while she takes over with big loud moments like she's leading everything and he's just tagging along. And then they went even deeper into who she really is when no one's watching.
Yes, that's right, friend. You see, my wife and I are...
Totally like you should write a book because your family's like stupid and then so are like journalists.
Bravo fired me. Well, not really, but basically, they only offered me friend of the Housewives for next season.
So here's where it goes. Next level. South Park didn't just call out what Meghan does. They went after who she really is. They showed her switching roles, like outfits 1 minute. She's an activist, then a victim, then royalty, then a social media star, all depending on what works best for her, and everything from her face to her clothes looked planned, like nothing was real, and it hit hard, like is this even the real Meghan? Or just a brand made for cameras? And right? When you think that's the end, they show what she did after the episode aired, or actually what she didn't do, and it's even more shocking.
So you hate journalists.
That's right.
And now you wrote a book that reports on the lives of the royal family.
Right.
So you're a journalist.
Dad, do you have any cash for a cab? Oh, look. Grandma's on the money. I never noticed that before.
So here's how it all went down. South Park dropped one of their hardest episodes aimed right at Meghan, and everyone was waiting to see her clap back, but instead she went completely silent. And that silence was louder than words. Last time, people said she was angry, maybe thinking about suing or doing damage control, but now it feels like her whole team is freaking out behind the scenes trying not to make it worse. The show even made her look nervous and obsessed with her image, like she's scared of what people really think. And now everyone's wondering, is she staying quiet to act chill, or is she actually shook? And while she stayed silent, Hollywood stepped in and made the whole thing even more awkward.
We just want to be normal people. All this attention is so hard. Isn't it true, sir, that your questionable wife has her own TV show and hangs out with celebrities and does fashion magazines?
And you know what else? To hell with Canada. We are leaving. We'll go find some quiet place where we can be normal people. Come on, wife.
So while Meghan stayed quiet, Hollywood did too, and that silence hit hard. No celebs defended her, no posts, no support, just nothing. The same stars who once praised her vanished. South Park even joked about her fake fans disappearing when things get tough. And now it feels like Hollywood might be over it, but the public, they were just getting started.
We can be the people we talked about being, with no more worries about how we look or the image we project to people. What matters is what we have on the inside.
So after Hollywood stayed quiet, the internet did the exact opposite. The moment the episode dropped, social media blew up with memes, clips, and non-stop jokes. People said it was the most real version of Meghan they'd ever seen. Some even joked South Park didn't have to exaggerate much. Everyone was tagging friends, making fun of the roast, and breaking down every single insult like it was a game. It wasn't just funny, it felt like a full online takedown. People were tired of the image, the victim talk, and the gap between what she says and what she does, and South Park gave them the perfect way to say it loud, and just when it looked bad enough, things started falling apart for her media empire too.
So all you'd have to do is Instagram yourselves using my ketchup. It'd be a huge help.
I see. Well, that's something we'll definitely think about.
Well, it's an apartment, so.
Yes, an apartment palace, I know that. Lots of tiny palaces inside one big palace.
So this is where the real mess started right after the episode aired. People stopped just laughing and started looking deeper, like what's actually keeping Meghan's whole empire standing. And that's when things got scary, because her brand, the podcasts, the fancy lifestyle deals, the big media dreams, all of it started to look like it could fall apart. South Park didn't just make fun of her, they went straight for the base, showing how her whole image might be built on nothing solid. They joked about her being fake, called out her dramatic stories, and totally shredded her business stuff in a way that felt way too real. And when people laugh that hard, brands start to panic because nobody wants to be tied to someone who's becoming a joke, and now fans are starting to wonder if the whole empowerment thing is just pretty packaging with nothing real inside behind the scenes. Her team is probably in full panic mode trying to figure out how to fix it, maybe even talking about changing the whole brand again. But the truth is, it might be too late, because this cartoon didn't just throw shade. It hit the heart of what keeps her famous, and when your whole career depends on people buying into your image, even one good roast can tear the whole thing down way faster than any headline ever could. And now it's time to hit the last and hardest moment of all.
Thanks. Okay, see you later. Oh, would you pick up some milk? Why did you bring that with you again, Harry?
You know, in case someone wants a massage, I'll do a few out calls.
Alright, so here's the real tea. South Park didn't just take a few jabs at Meghan, they went all in and broke down her whole image piece by piece, like they were tearing apart a shiny castle made of glass and smiling while doing it. What looked like a funny cartoon actually turned into a full mirror showing every little crack, every fake piece, every part of her public image that didn't add up. They didn't have to twist much because most of it was already close to the surface. They just pointed and let everyone see it, and that's what made it hit so hard. It was sharp, it was bold, and it made people laugh while also making them question everything they thought about her. Whether you're someone who supports Meghan or someone who's over all the royal drama, one thing's for sure, this episode didn't just poke fun. It hit deep and it's still leaving a mark. People are still talking, still sharing, still picking apart every detail, and the fact that she and Hollywood stayed silent only made the roast hit harder because now people are wondering if she's really that unbothered or just totally shaken. And if this was just the first shot, imagine what'll happen if South Park decides to go for round 2. So if you're loving all this spicy behind the scenes gossip, don't forget to like this video, tap that subscribe button, and keep watching Jacob Reports, because trust me, the next chapter is probably going to be even wilder than this.